This weekend sees us arrive in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. First up is today's practice session. This is a popular location for many of the teams. The circuit is extremely demanding for both the drivers and the cars, and that makes it a very exciting place to race.
It's certainly a track that's liked by the drivers, providing a good set of challenges when racing. It has two long straights that allow for great overtaking opportunities and a very complex 360-degree right-hand corner combination just after the start-finish line. It's a circuit that really has a bit of everything.
Max Verstappen was a record breaker at the Australian Grand Prix by becoming the youngest ever F1 driver to take to the grid. He beat Jaime Alguersuari's previous record of 19 years and 125 days.
It shows the great potential that they believe Max has to promote him so early. I'm sure he'll be eager to repay their faith out on the track.
Hello guys, and welcome to round 3 of our career mode with Kimi Raikkonen. We're just in practice right now, just getting used to the car, with these prime tyres, and we're going to go around the last corner now. Very tricky to get right because you always run wide. And coming across the line, we're going to get a 140.6. We can actually improve on that with the prime tyres, but that's the end of practice now. Doesn't really matter because we don't know what what fuel everyone was running. So let's get ready for qualifying.
It's Saturday afternoon here in Shanghai as the cars are preparing to go out on track to begin qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. One of the big changes on this year's grid is Fernando Alonso, who's left Ferrari and is now back with McLaren.
Many people would never have thought Fernando would go back to McLaren after the volatile year he spent there in 2007. But back he is, and he'll be wanting to make the most of their renewed partnership with Honda.
Qualifying time. We're actually on a lap right now, so going to come around the final corner right now. Nice kiss to the apex. Don't run too wide or try to stand. Moving across the line, we get 138.4, about 8 tenths off of Rosberg. I think I couldn't really see on the screen. Not the best qualifying. We in 4th place, and Sebastian Vettel was actually less than a tenth off of Nico Rosberg. So let's get ready forward to the race.
And to make this a great weekend for the team, he needs to do the same thing tomorrow.
It's now time to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. It's time for the Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai. Unless you've been living under a rock, you might have seen reports of Nico Rosberg claiming he's going to win this weekend's race. But he was so confident he was claiming victory long before we arrived. Securing pole position for today's race, though, means he's very likely to be following up on those bold claims.
His work isn't done yet. He still needs to take the advantage of being on pole and turn it into a race win. As long as he has no mechanical issues and can stay out of trouble in that first corner, he could make this the perfect weekend.
Felipe Massa looks to have the edge over Valtteri Bottas this weekend. He'll be hoping to cement that by finishing ahead of his teammate in today's race.
Felipe has been looking quick this weekend, and if he can carry that into today's race, he could be on for a good result. As for Valtteri, he wasn't looking comfortable with his setup yesterday, and we'll hope it works better for him over the long stints today.
As the lights are going out now, ready for the racing now in China, and the lights out when we're going for the Chinese Grand Prix. We've got a horrible start. There's too much wheel spin in this car. We cannot get off the line and make the starts. We're down to 6 already. Lost 2 places. Now we're going to go up to Grosjean. Now Massa's leaving the space up the inside. We're going to go on inside of him, but he's going to hang it on the outside. But we're going to get much better traction, and hopefully. But Massa's coming back at us. Mercedes power unit very helping with that traction as well. We're going to still down the inside, miss the apex by a mile, though Massa's going to do the undercut. Now he's got the place back. It's a brilliant racing from Massa there, brilliant skill, know what I was going to do. So yeah, now we're just going to try and get Massa back for this long left-hander. Now a right-hander will punish the tyres very much if you're not careful with it. So this section is basically the tyre where it just punishes it. So yeah, now Massa just goes very wide as we got the inside of him. But as the engineers told me, we're expecting light rain in a few laps time. so that could mix up the conditions and races. So Massa now with that Mercedes power unit is going to storm past us with DRS, I think. I'm not sure. As going down the braking side, we're going to lock up and hit the apex, and we're just going to no, we're not going to do anything, but Massa's actually gone around the outside of us into the last corner as well. So yeah, sparks flying. So we've lost place now to Massa again, but we got DRS. But so is Grosjean. He's going to try and go down the inside of turn 1. Can he? As Massa's going really slow, we go really wide, and we're going to cut to the inside and try and get Massa back. No, but Grosjean hit us. Grosjean's hit us, and he spun his car. I don't know whose fault was that, but we didn't get any warning. But I think he did get a warning. I looked at the toggle instance after the race. But now on lap 6, we're going to pit in for some intermediates, as now Bottas with the DRS, he's going to fly past us. We have nothing to defend with. We didn't even know he was going to come and pass us, but he's braking very slowly on that inside, probably very slippery, and but he's going to get more traction for some reason. But we're going to dive into the pits, put some inties on, and hopefully this works out. The undercut with the rain pouring down as we go sideways into the pits. We lost a bit of our front wing, so that's not very good. He's going to lose some time. I don't think they're going to change this because we lost in the pits. Will they change the front wing? No, they won't. I don't know what they were doing. 2.37 second stop. Pretty good, but we're in 13th now. As actually Grosjean's in the pits as well. I don't know what happened to him, but we come out in 13th, and we're just stuck in second gear. There's really need to fix that, because that happened a lot in my career mode so far. But next lap, coming to turn 1, we get him 11th. But now on lap 8, Button's still, he's actually on an intermediates, and both Buttons on both Buttons. Both McLarens going so slowly as usual, as their straight line speed is diabolical. Now we're past Button on the long straight, just before the long straight, but can we get Alonso? We got DRS, yes we have, and I don't think Alonso's even bothered about defending. We're just going to fly straight past him because their straight line speed is just awful. And we'll move up to 9th place, and I think there's a few people in the pits. As we're coming around the last corner now, there's loads of cars in the pits going on the intermediate tyres, and we're going to come 5th out of the pits, but Massa has jumped us. So, because that spin cost us so much time, and I don't know what Massa, what tyre he's on, but he's going very slowly. Massa's going slowly. He's on the inters, but why is he going so slowly? Well, thanks Massa, but what happened to you? Now Bottas is actually right behind Massa, but Massa's going to hold him up. If you look on the minimap, bottom left, sorry, he's actually holding Bottas up, and there's a few more cars actually coming around the corner. So yeah, Massa is holding 2 cars up here, and yeah, I don't know what to say really. I don't know what happened to him. As my actually teammate pits now, as Rosberg is in 1st, we're in 2nd, Hamilton 3rd, as I'm about to sneeze. Sorry for this. But we're right behind Merry, and he just stopped, and we got a puncher. We got a front left puncher, but we didn't hit him with the balloon. On replay, we hit him with our right front left. What am I saying? We just get a random punch on our front left, even though we hit him on the front right. GG, Cody's. Sorry, this commentary has been awful today. But as we can see, we're going so slowly. You have to go so. There's just a limiter on how fast you can go with a puncher. It is just awful. But we're going to come on into the pits on lap 17, and now we're going to put some option tyres on, because the track is drying up really fast. See, as lap 23, 6 laps later, we're going to go on to some other options, as we're going to lock up the front left again, and we just got a puncher again. after 6 laps. We pushed so hard, it was just the carcass of the tyre just burst. So we got coming in for another set of fresh boots, option tyres again. So there's a 4-lap sprint to the end of the race. We got quite a bit of fuel left. I think we got like 20 kilos. So I'm not sure about that because this is post commentary. But as we come on to the track again, now Button and Perez. Perez is going very slowly because I don't know what happened to him, but McLaren is actually going faster than a Force India. Nearly, but we're just going to fly past these both because we've got DRS, and our car is just much faster in a straight line than these Force India and the McLaren Honda. As we're going to the penultimate corner now, just trying to put the power on, try and catch all these cars that are about to pit, I think, again. But Maldonado doesn't even have any straight line speed in that Lotus, as we're just going straight past him down the inside, and we actually locked up a little bit first gear, which is very strange, but it wouldn't actually help. But we're on board with my teammate now. Is that Rosberg ahead? This is my teammate, and I think he's got a puncher. He has. Hamilton and my teammate has got a puncher. They've got a pit again, and that's just blown the door wide open for the win. As we're on board with my teammate, the last corner, my god, he just disappeared. I think a McLaren has just broke my teammate's car. He has. Vettel's retired on the last corner of the last lap. Can you believe that?
Let's get back up to racing speed.
So it was the German national anthem that was played on the podium for our race winners today, Mercedes.
Sometimes a driver just feels comfortable in the car and is dialed into the track, making for an unbeatable combination.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So yeah guys, that has been the Chinese Grand Prix. What an ending to the race. Please like, subscribe, and for more F1 2015 gameplay, peace.